What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, out here in East Oakland in the Fruitvale area, over here on the top of the parking lot, kicking back, enjoying the beautiful sunshine this 4th of July. And I want to talk about a situation that just happened this week. And I was just at a protest right down the street. It wasn't a protest, it was more of a vigil for the 20-year-old soldier from the Army, Vanessa Guillen from Texas, who disappeared back in April 20th. And she's been missing for a while. I heard about the story about a month and a half ago. And there's going to be several protests and vigils for her to hold the military accountable for her disappearance. But there's been a crazy twist of events this week, and I want to talk a little bit about that. And on this 4th of July, I want to talk to you about raza in the military. So, apparently Miss Guillen was 20 years old, a youngster who was in the military, young Chicana, young Latina, and she went missing in April. I think it was April 20th, I believe. And she disappeared at Fort Hood military base, which I believe is in Texas, and she hadn't been found. Her family had been reported her missing, and the military basically, I guess from what I read, didn't have any answers to what happened. And this week, a twisted number of events happened. A guy named, I think his name is David Robinson, I believe, 20 years old. He was an Army sergeant, I think. Killed himself because he was a person of interest, because he and his girlfriend, possibly, I believe they killed her and hacked her body up, and they still haven't found her. They found a body, I believe, somewhere on the military base or near the military base, and it wasn't her. And it looks like there could be a cover-up. It looks like the government or the military isn't saying much to the family. I guess this guy Robinson killed himself, and they were going to arrest him, or he was a person of interest, so he killed himself. And according to the story, this guy Robinson had been sexually harassing her, basically, watching her take a shower and different things like that. And I believe she was going to report it, or she was afraid to report it because of retaliation. And it doesn't surprise me in the military. People, women, even men would be afraid to report any kind of injustice because they would be retaliated against by soldiers. You got to remember, the military is a very machista, a very bullheaded, meat-headed type of organization where they train you to kill. That's the basis, to become a soldier and kill and fight for your country. And it wouldn't surprise me that they would retaliate against someone speaking out against an injustice going on to them, especially like sexual harassment. With the disappearance of Miss Guillen, there's been a lot of ladies in the military, many of them former, coming out saying that they were raped and they were harassed, and I guess maybe sparking like a Me Too movement with the military. I know that there's a lot of women in the Air Force. There's some in the Army, some in the Marines, and in the Navy. And I know that a lot of our raza joins the military a lot with pride, because they're sold a bill of goods a lot of times by recruiters. Go fight for your country. We're going to pay you. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. And a lot of times they go fight and they don't get nothing. Hell, undocumented immigrants go and fight for the military and they get deported when they come back. How the fuck is that fair? You know what I mean? Those are the first people you should be giving a green card to. So, obviously, I've never joined the military because I felt that I wasn't going to fight for a white man's army, and I didn't feel that the military was going to value my service anyway because I'm expendable like the rest of you. And, I have a lot of friends who are vets, who are former military people, and I have a couple homies who are in the military currently. You know what I mean? And I've heard different sides. I've heard some people tell me that, vets get treated like shit. services aren't good for vets, and etc. So I mean, me personally, I didn't join the military, and if you're a Raza, you gotta think twice about joining the military. You know what I mean? Because it could be bad for you. You know what I mean? That's as far as I'm gonna leave it. You know, and to those who served and are, you know, having problems with getting their benefits or whatever they need, they need to speak up for sure. But yeah, it's a tragedy what happened to Vanessa Guillen. I couldn't even imagine what the family, the mother's going through. You know what I mean? It's freaking sad. It's sad. You know, however you look at it. And you know, unfortunately, that motherfucker, they killed her, Robinson. You know, he's a piece of shit, coward who took himself out. You know what I mean? I hope he rots in hell if he is the one that did it. You know, and his girlfriend needs to be brought up on charges for sure. And anyone else who's complicit in it needs to be brought up on charges, including the military for not protecting one of their soldiers on their military base. So that's my 2 cents about it. Oakland Latinos United, late.